going on to all my Pisces? So please make sure to get my book at Amazon. The link to that is in the description box below. If you'd like to contact me for a private personal reading because this reading resonated with you, my email address, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, as well as my website are in the description box below. I'm also going to put it in the pinned post or the pinned comment section. Also, too, just so it is that you know, the first 2 zodiac signs that give me 200 views, I'll go ahead and actually do those videos, those 2 zodiac signs first when I go through my next batch of tarot readings. If not, then I'll just continue to do those videos from Pisces to Aries, right? Pisces first, Aries last. So let's get into it for the Pisces. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and last but not least, we have the Page of Cups. So, no major arcana that represent Pisces, right? But the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, these are cards that are about how you, Pisces, want to essentially date better quality people. These are pretty much all, these 3 cards to start off with, right? Starter cards are pretty much cards that represent you want to deal with higher quality people, okay? You know, Pisces is a zodiac sign that can be quite loving, but at the same time, dip out whenever it is that they whenever it is that they realize that they have been bamboozled. Because what will happen here is that Pisces is a sign that will rock with you and be with you and get to know you. But once you have shown that Pisces, right? And the Pisces can attest to this, I'm sure. But once you show Pisces that you are not who you say you are or who you act like you were at first, that's when it is that the Pisceans leave. Because Pisces got to deal with disappointment a lot. Pisces is the zodiac sign of disappointment. So, right? So a lot of times Pisces don't want to deal with it anymore, especially now, right? These are all cards. Those 3 cards are all cards of pretty much royalty, except for the Ace. But the Ace is vindicative or reflective of the Fool card, or the Magician, I should say. So it represents this need to really start dating better quality people in character. And you're looking for those types of people. Now, the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands represents you. This is the problem that a lot of you Pisceans are having. You may not necessarily know where to look when it comes to finding people who are of good quality, right? The type of quality that you would want, right? Type of people who have very good character, right? And well-to-do, right? Upwardly mobile. So because of this, the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands represents you're actually on the right track. The Two of Swords is you having to learn to mark your boundaries, right? When the partner does something wrong that you're getting to know, but also keeping kind of just paying attention to when and where the partner decides to go, right? Like, meaning that if you and a particular other tries to or gets yourselves into a disagreement, it's more so a situation with you where it's more about trying to see how far this person is going to go when it comes to insults, right? Because sometimes a lot of so-called significant others that turned out to be a very bad relationship, right? What happens is that those are people who don't necessarily know how to respect other people's boundaries. So you Pisceans are really starting to check out to see, or I should say check to see if a person has respect for your own personal boundaries, right? And then the Ten of Wands represents also if they're willing and able to forget the small stuff and agree to disagree or come to a conclusion, right? Where the two of you can actually agree on something, because that's one of the marks of maturity. And see, a lot of times people often mistake maturity for being of old age. And what maturity actually denotes or implies is not necessarily a matter of age, because you see people who can be of a certain age who can still have not grown their entire life. What it means when it comes to maturity is your level of understanding and how you apply that, and your level of wisdom is what it is that they're talking about when they say maturity. All right? So there should be no people, Pisces, arguing with you, because an argument is a debate, and a debate is all about two or more people, maybe even yourself, trying to convince each other that each other's reality is what needs for both people to think. So in other words, trying to get the other person to think of your perception as being their own, or vice versa. So one of the things that marks the territory of a healthy relationship is the Ten of Wands. If, in this case at least, if the two of you are actually, if this person in particular is willing to let go of a disagreement, or if they can even come to some sort of an agreement, if you and them can come to an agreement, great. But if the two of you don't, then it means that the two of you will have to understand to agree to disagree respectfully, of course. Now, I'll say that the Three of Cups represents this being something for you where a lot of you Pisceans may have to learn how to screen people better, because you're going to meet people who are more than likely are going to take you for granted. Then you're going to meet people who actually see the value in what it is that you've got going on. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, right? 7 represents, like I said, love, or can represent destruction. So, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which represents, this could either be these relationships, these new people whom you're going to get to know soon, are either hit or miss. And if it's miss, you'll know, because soon after you meet these people, terrible things are going to start to happen, right? Where the relationship don't necessarily quite add up, right? Because when you're supposed to be together with someone, certain obstacles are going to move out of the way. But when certain obstacles are in the way of certain things, that means that the two of you either need to remove those obstacles as soon as possible, or it wasn't necessarily meant to be. So the things that the moon now represents, the moon it represents Pisces. So you showed up in your own tarot reading. So this means the moon, and you have the Page of Cups. So the moon and the Page of Cups are about how you need to, it's really more so about the two of you. It's about how the two of you interact with each other, and how the two of you get along with each other, not only mentally and emotionally, but also physically as well. Sometimes that type of physical attraction can be weak. And maybe you Pisces may have to help these people loosen up a little bit physically and help them, you know, relax, and so that the two of you can start having fun, you know. So, and then the things that the Page of Cups represents here, that again you may have to teach them. You may have to let them know what it is, you know. They may be less experienced than you are. Let's clarify the moon. Let's clarify the moon. Okay? Okay. So you have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, I'm going to draw one more. The Justice. Okay? So the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands represents so the Ace of Wands is about how, again, this person, you will come to find out that that this person may have, one of these people whom you are getting to know more seriously, right, may have portrayed themselves as a very good love interest, if you know what I mean. But it shows that they may not necessarily be as experienced as they either lied and said that they were, or as experienced as they come off. Now, the Seven of Cups represents, so you will have to actually, like I said, you'll have to actually teach them that. But this also shows that you will have to put up with, if you get physically intimate with them, they're not necessarily the fastest learner in the world. So you may have to put up with getting terrible physical intimacy, if you know what I mean, for a little while, if you're going to start to date them long-term seriously. So I'm just going to let you know. Now the Justice represents, however, this new particular relationship is a relationship that could potentially work out long term. Seems to me as if the two of you are on the same page when it comes to certain key elements. Like a lot of you Pisces, you need your space. You need your personal space. You need to go out. You need to do your own thing, right? Pisces way, for any cross watchers, Pisces, right? The way that one of the reasons why it is that they go out is because they have to commune. They have to feel life. They have to feel the blood flowing through their veins, right? Every time you go outside, you get a shot of vitamin B, according to what science says, right? So it doesn't even necessarily have to be in the daytime or the nighttime. Just getting fresh air as you go outside and you feel the fresh air on your skin and you breathe in that loads of that fresh air makes it so that you actually get a shot or a huge boost in vitamin B, regardless of whether the sun is up or the sun is down and it's nighttime. So a lot of the times the Pisces needs to go out because that's their way of communing and experiencing the divine one, if you know what I mean. So another thing about Pisces is that also too allows the Pisces to grow on their own, right? This is a zodiac sign that does essentially get better with time if you're willing to inform them on certain things. To clarify the Wheel of Fortune, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, right? So you have the World, which is Capricorn. Wheel of Fortune is Cancer, okay. The King of Wands, the Hierophant, to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune represents the earth, right? But it also represents how you are experiencing it. Your experience as you exist, right? But also understanding that this relationship is something that will be good for you in the long run, whether you're still with them or not, because it is a huge learning experience for you Pisceans to get a better grasp on how to attain the kind of love that you would want, that is a long-term relationship. The King of Wands represents there will have to be some form of clearing of the way, some form of blockage that has to be done away with. And then the Hierophant represents, but listen to your own selves, right? Talk less, listen more, right? Surrendering is what it is that it's saying. And Pisces is most definitely the zodiac sign of surrendering. So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.